Hello, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot, a place of self-transformation through illumination. My name is Desiree, and this is a tarot reading for the energy of Leo. So for this series, I've been using the Tarot Avatar by Gabby Angus West, Tattoo Tarot by Mega Munden, and this is the Medicine Oracle by Christine Maillard. And we will pull our Medicine Woman card at the end of the reading. And I will go ahead and start off by pulling three main energies from the Tarot Avatar. So, as I said, this is for the energy of Leo. You may or may not have a placement in the sign of Leo, but you definitely have a house in the sign of Leo. So we all have Leo in our birth charts and within our constitution as well. Some of the energies might be a little more readily available than other energies, and some energies might be very difficult to call upon, and then others might just be easy. And so it is a lifelong journey to be able to reach these energies as we need them and call upon them as we see fit. All right, Leo, let's see what's going on with you today. So we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And we have Death in reverse. These are all very warm colors, for sure. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to pull from the Mega Munden deck here. I'm not getting an initial read on this for you, Leo. So let's go ahead and pull out all the cards. All right. If this reading is not resonating for you, try any of your other placements. Your sun, moon, rising, of course, or we can work with our Venus, Mercury, or even Mars. But one of the things that I like to tell everybody is that try to find a video that calls to you by title. If you're going through something specific or have a question about something specific, I generally try to have my titles sort of sum up the reading in 100 characters. Super hard, but I try. I really do. And so you might be able to use your intuition to help you find a reading that suits you, because not every Leo is going to be going through this exact same thing at the exact same time. Wow, we have Death again, but this time it's upright. The Chariot in reverse. The Hermit. Temperance. My goodness. The Emperor. No freaking way. Oh my gosh. 8 of Coins. Knave of Coins. 6 of Wands in reverse, and the 6 of Cups. Wow. I mean, just take a moment here and look at all of the major arcana that have shown up. And I shuffled this deck. I've used this deck. I've not put it in order in a very long time. So it's amazing to me that this many majors just showed up like that. So this has a definite message for you. There's some big energies that you are to be working with right now. The initial thing that I got here, it was kind of a cloudy thing, a cloudy feeling, a cloudy reading, but what I was feeling was that there is a lot of overindulgence, of really just getting almost devil energy, if that makes sense, because We have death in reverse, which is a resistance to change in a way, or change that's on the horizon but not quite there yet. But then we also have the King of Pentacles, who is all about the earthly pleasures and all about experiencing things, and really getting into the human experience. On top of that, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Ten of Cups is a a a happiness card. It's a very, you have everything that you want. You've got your family, you've got your love, you've got just everything. You're just emotionally set. And with all of these cards up here in reverse, I just feel that there's an energy of a very dense energy, an energy of not being able to move, to being able to move around. And then we have death over here, death and the Chariot in reverse, alongside the Hermit. So there are some definite changes that are happening, but here again we have this stagnant energy, this energy that is just being held. The Hermit likes to go inside himself, be by himself. He likes to ponder things, and I get a feeling of a want, of a need to change, but there's just something that is just that's holding you back. We've got Temperance and the Emperor. Temperance is upright, right next to the Chariot in reverse, and Temperance is a card of alchemy. It's a card of bringing things together. And so when I see Temperance next to this Chariot, well, actually, we've got the Emperor and the Chariot both in reverse flanking this Temperance. I almost feel like she's got her hands tied in a way. There's just overall feeling of stagnation for me here. Eight of Coins, this is that card of working hard, of producing, of repetition. I'm getting repetition from here as well. And so I think you just might be kind of caught in this cycle of maybe, I don't know, negative self-talk, caught in the past as well with our Six of Cups, Six of Wands in reverse, Knave of Coins. So overall for you, Leo, I feel that you're just feeling kind of stuck. You're feeling kind of frustrated. We have the Knave of Coins here, which I think is good. So I know that's a very blanket, bland statement. But what I mean by is good is we have these strong archetypes here of an overarching energy that in a way we kind of don't have control over, because they're the major arcana, that they happen. They're like the wheel that keeps on turning. No matter what, the sun's going to rise and set no matter what. We have this Knave of Coins, which is in the minor arcana, and those are things that we actually have control over. Those are the things that we can work on, things that we can take upon ourselves to decide that, hey, I don't want this, or hey, I want that. And with our Knave of Coins here, I feel that this is an energy of exploration, of really being tactile and touching things, working with nature, working with your physical your physical environment. And I feel like this is the key out. And what I mean by that is this Six of Wands for me is that recognition coming home, and with it being in reverse, and next to this knave of coins, I feel that the recognition is not going to be an outward recognition. It's going to be recognition in yourself, recognition, understanding, and just confidence in yourself, knowing that you have control over your reality, that you can take control of it, that you can mold it, because you do feel stuck. But I think the reason why you feel stuck is because you think there's nothing that you can do, when in reality, this is what you can do. You can start taking control. I would say the first thing to do would be to get out and exercise. I know that is not that's not the top of everyone's list, but getting outside, maybe going for a run, a walk, a hike, getting out into nature is going to separate you from your daily life. It's going to get you out of that hamster wheel that you're in. And not only that, you'll be able to soak in the love, the perseverance that nature has, that type of energy, and it's going to sort of uplift you for the time being, and it's going to give you some hope. Okay, and if you're outside and you can gather this hope, then start to exercise. When you start exercising, maybe not the first few times, but when you really get there and start breaking a sweat, you're first of all getting out the pent up energy that may not be, that stagnant energy that I was talking about, that's kind of holding you down. It's going to loosen that up a little bit. And then on a physiological standpoint, it's going to release endorphins, which is going to make you feel good. And you're going to want to go back to the gym because you're going to crave that good feeling. And then all of a sudden, you're in this new cycle where you are no longer feeling stuck. You're going outside and hiking, and you have this newfound hope. But the whole idea is to get in there and actually do something. And that's what I'm seeing here for you, Leo. All right, let me pull the Medicine Woman Oracle. Now, this is a female, feminine-centric deck, okay? But for my masculine viewers out there, I want you to know that we all have the divine feminine in ourselves. And when we work with a feminine deck, it's a time for us to get in touch with our femininity, recognize the femininity in others, recognize the femininity in the world in general. And so this is not to say that, I mean, the reason why I'm saying this is because I read a passage yesterday about the patriarchy and how it was very woman centric, and I don't want it to get construed that the masculine is something bad, something that needs to be overcome. What really needs to happen is there needs to be a meeting of minds, a meeting in the middle, the yin and yang, the way it's supposed to be. Female, male are opposites. They're not meant to be equal. There's a difference between equal treatment, and there's a difference between equal treatment and equality, right? Equal treatment meaning women should be able to do the things that a man can do, but we can't give a woman preferential treatment just because she's a woman and allow her to go into a situation that could put herself or someone else in danger. And I'm speaking of, really labor or strength intensive jobs, and that's not to say there aren't women out there who are stronger than men, but for the most part, our genetic makeup makes women just a less muscle mass than, say, the men, right? And that's just the way genetics are, and it's for a reason. The masculine biological makeup is meant to get out there to do physical work, to do the hunting and all of that. And the biological makeup of the feminine energy is to be with at the home, raising children and taking care of children, using our watery energy to care for children, to care for others. If you know there aren't any children in the picture. And again, I say that I say that lightly because some women want to be out there, with all working out and hunting and building buildings and working on cars, and that's awesome. That is awesome. And I applaud any woman who is ready to do that. But for the most part, men and women, they have different things to bring to the table, and I think it's not the best mindset to have that they can be equal in all things. And so that little tangent was just for me to say that just because this is a feminine centric deck doesn't mean that it can't apply to the masculine mentality. All right, here we go. Sisterhood. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. So let's see what this has to say. All right, how can we get that? We can't get any more feminine than that. I mean, aside from, the moon cycle, menstrual cycle. Okay, so this is an action card. It's red. It is, I'll read what this says. Medicine action cards. To rehabilitate our original nature, we need to find our medicine to heal the memories passed down since the dawn of time, kindle the flame of pulsating life, and stand tall on the path of our rebirth. This active practice proposes to heal the wounds of the past, to re-enchant the world with our divine presence, chants, and drums. It is the yang aspect of the wheel, a journey of empowerment. And I did briefly mention here some issues of the past, which I think I don't really know how this relates to all of this, but there is an aspect of the past in this energy here. I don't know if it's to look to the past to help you propel forward, or perhaps it's to go into the past to maybe release some things, maybe do a little bit of some shadow work or some trauma, working on trauma that you've experienced. But there is an aspect of the past here. All right, sisterhood. Let's see what this has to say for you. Initiate a new sister's adventure. In this period of great change, women are gathering in sisterhood with the intention of reconnecting to their true essence, reawakening their life force, and changing the world. In times past, women gathered together and shared their knowledge, living and acting within women's circles. When we listen to each woman's intimate stories, an ancestral truth emerges. We are all sisters, guardians of life. We are similar yet unique. The guidance. Remember, the hearts of women beat in unison. Together, we are invincible, yet the magic of sisterhood can only work once we heal the wounds of our feminine rivalries. With whom are you in conflict? Is it your mother, sister, friend, colleague? Each betrayal leaves a poison for which you must find the antidote. Life flows through us all with great joys and hardships, births and losses, love and sickness, like catalyst of our humanity. When you reconnect with trust, you will recognize your allies. Sisterhood practice. Join or initiate a woman's circle, a protective cocoon dedicated to sisterhood. Women can come together in these cauldrons, these matrices, as the crones call them. In these compassionate and confidential spaces, you can share your stories, secrets, and wounds. Your intention is to gain better understanding of feminine nature, reconnect with your gifts, cultivate a spirit of sisterhood, heal the wounds of the past. Then you can forge profound ties of sisterhood to initiate a new adventure. Wow. So, what I am feeling here is not necessarily, I mean, not to necessarily say that you have to join. I'm talking to my male viewers here. Join a woman's group, but perhaps flip it to the other side. Maybe join a men's group or join a group, a co-ed group. I still feel that getting out in nature is going to be the best way to alleviate some of this stuck energy that's here. And you can convene and create a, oh, there's a wasp. Oh, he has a droplet. He scared me. Oh my goodness. It's one of those red wasps and he's on my window. He's got a droplet in his pinchers. I don't know if that's nectar or maybe that's water. Wow. So it's a red wasp. And let's think for a moment what wasps mean. Wasps are predatory, okay? And they eat other insects. This wasp is red with dark brown wings. And he's sitting here. He's red and he's giving off like some fire energy. Even his sting is very fiery, but he's taking in water. And that's to say that there is a balance of the little droplet's shrinking. He's drinking it so slowly. There's a balance of fire and water that needs to happen. Fire is a masculine element, water is a feminine element. And I'm just enamored by this wasp. And so the two come together. The two are needed to balance one another. It's yin and yang. And when we combine fire and water, it creates steam, which is a whole new transformation, right? And it's ethereal. The steam is. It rises into the air and so fire, we don't want to be too hot. We don't want to be too wet, right? And each one of them can balance the other out. And so I think this is also a call to balance. This is a call to get out in nature, to release this stuck energy, and perhaps get in touch with something that maybe you've been neglecting or not. Neglecting would be the best word. All right, Leo. I think I've rambled on enough. I am going to let you go. If there is anyone you know who can benefit from this reading, please share. Let's share the love. Let's share the light. Let's share the wisdom that comes through these cards. I would like to say, with every reading that I do, or every session, I guess you could say, that I do, I call in my ancestors. I call in all of the elements to help me express what these cards are saying, to help bring the messages that are needing to be heard. And so I feel like these are divine messages. These are messages that people need to hear. And I think it's part of the divine plan for us to start helping one another. And you can help another by sharing this with someone who might need this information, someone who might be going through a tough time, someone who might just need that little nugget of inspiration, or that little push to get them to do something different, so they don't have to be bogged down in this energy. And perhaps maybe they need to see this card, sisterhood. Perhaps they need to see this final card in creating a bonding relationship. So with that, I will leave you. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next video. Take care.